What's going on, everyone? Yeah, that's true. The images that NASA shows us of the moon surface looks dry and dusty and dark and whatnot, but the moon from Earth looks bright and luminescent, and we also know that's actually trippy. Shout out to Paper Doll. Shout out to Isaiah, non-toxic. Guys, we're gonna go live with Sheldon. We just gotta figure out how to freaking do it, man. So obviously it can be done, but it can't be done the way we were doing it. And Rumble doesn't let you like invite people as a guest, or they're like rolling out the feature to be able to invite another Rumble user. Let me fix that lamp actually. Another Rumble user to stream with you. Like it's a bit of a cluster. So anyway, we're gonna figure it out. But okay, let's make that. But yeah, anyway, we'll figure it out. Shout out to Rugby, Allison, or Alyssa rather. Shout out to Alyssa. Is Alyssa new here? Welcome all the new people, by the way. I'm just going to shout out that we are live on Instagram real quick. So hold on a second. And what was that title again? Okay. Did you guys see Trump's tweet today? Hold on a sec. Did you guys see Trump's tweet roasting Candace Owens and all that? He roasted a bunch of people who are all on the same club as him, man. It's all theater, 100%. Welcome all the new people on here. Shout out to Non-Toxic. Yo, Sheldon found me through Sheldon Non-Toxic. That's awesome, man. Yeah, I'm stoked to actually go live with him. It'll be dope. But we got to get there. So we're just shutting out the live on Instagram. Yeah, so the moon from Earth, we know that the moon gives off, it's not reflecting light from the sun, because if it was, then the moon light wouldn't be colder than the shade cast by the moonlight. And you can go out with a thermometer thing a thermometer laser, and you'll see that the moonlight, the moon is giving off cold light, which doesn't make sense that it would be emitting or reflecting rather light from the sun if it's colder than, you know what I mean? It's shade. So we've definitely been duped about the moon for sure. So all those pictures of the moon close up are all completely fake. What's going on, everyone? So guys, shocking breaking news. The ceasefire got violated within like 12 hours, man. Literally got violated before they didn't even get to open up the Strait. So this guy said that your live title names are fear clickbait. Do enjoy your content, but chill with clickbait. Dude, what part of this live title is not true? Russia and China are said to be supplying Iran with intelligence for strikes on US bases throughout the Middle East. It's all, the stage is set, dude. They're all ready. Something's going to kick off. And all of a sudden, Russia and China are going to step in. This has been slated for like 40 years to become a global conflict, a third world war. I say global, but flat plane. But anyway, yeah, it's a big deal, dude. And especially with the Strait being closed, there's going to be an energy shock as well. But I know the people who are most like, don't worry about it, man. Like, you're acting crazy about it, are the ones who I feel you, because you're saying what you really hope, what you're really expressing is that you hope it doesn't get crazy and it should be okay, I hope. But I'm just telling you, the plan is to shake things up, make a new economic system, make a new world order, and eventually hook us up to AI and have a social credit system and 15-minute cities. And the way to bring the new system in is to destroy the old. That's the whole plan. But listen, guys, I don't want to discuss too much on Instagram because of the fact that you can only say so much on this freaking thing. I've gotten in trouble for talking about fluoride. I've gotten in trouble for talking about how bumblebees levitate and that they do not fly, they actually levitate. I got a fact check on that, and I got a strike for that. So for that reason, we are streaming live on Rumble right now, which is free to download, free to watch, and free speech. It's an alternative to YouTube. It's at the link in my bio. There's already 100 people on. So we have almost 20,000 followers on Rumble, which are all from Instagram. So they're people like you who are aware that strange things are going on. And we're streaming now with them on Rumble. If you want to tune in, click the link in my bio or go comment the word Rumble on any single one of my posts. Not this live though, but any post. And boom, bang, bang, you'll get the link sent directly to your DMs. Wildcard said Rumble is better, just doesn't have as many people. That's right. And that way I can actually answer comments and questions as well. So that's the good thing. If you make an account, then you'll be able to comment on the live and discuss and join the conversation. But either way, you can join literally just with your browser. You don't even need to get the app. But if you get the app, then you're able to. It's a better viewing experience. Okay. So we've got a lot to discuss tonight. The fake moon landing, the global or rather flat plane conflict that's coming around the corner, and all this other crazy stuff. You do not want to miss this one, guys. And we're also streaming with Sheldon Surya too as well in a few days anyway, or hopefully tomorrow. Okay. We'll see you guys on the live on Rumble. Come on over. Much love, everyone. Get over there. And then Scotty, I guess, still drinks fluoride. Scotty, what's with that, man? All right, we'll see you on the live. Scotty, come to Rumble so we can discuss your fluoride consumption, all right? Much love, everyone. And you, Scotty. Scotty's like, this guy's retarded. I'm like, hey, Scotty. Yo, shout out to Infinite Light 369. Guys, that is Sheldon. Man, Sheldon, how freaking dope would it be if I could just click a button right now, beep, and then get you on the live? Like, come on, Rumble. That's one area they're freaking slacking. Anyway, shout out to Sheldon. We almost did it today, guys. We'll do it, though. We'll get her going. So I don't know if you guys saw, but by the way, wait until you hear me and Sheldon's video on the true shape of the Earth and all the hidden things that they do not disclose to you because they want it hidden. Sheldon is like one of the OGs of flat Earth, man. Or should I say true Earth? Let's stop calling it flat Earth. It's true Earth, man. It's just not a spinning ball. We got to get past that. But I know my dad was like, I don't know if I can know about that. I said, no, listen, look. And I started explaining. And dude, my dad is so funny because 10 years ago, I was telling him about fluoride. I was telling him about chemtrails. And he's like, yeah, fuck, but I don't know. But he's somewhat brainwashed, but he at least is open-minded enough to be like, Charlie Kirk's assassination, I'm not so sure about that. How the fuck did that movie Snake Eyes perfectly predicted and, or rather condition it or whatever? And all these things. Some of it is like too much though for him to fathom. I can tell when I'm telling him about it and telling him about something that's crazy. And I can tell when all of a sudden the gears are not turning. And he's like, that's too far out. So the Earth thing, it'll take a while for it to come around or for him to come around. But I remember one day when he goes to me, he goes, so Shane, I get in the truck. I'm like, yeah. He's like, I was looking and you know Larry Silverstein? I say, yeah. In my head, I'm like, holy shit. He goes, he fucking took out insurance policies on the towers right before they dropped them. I'm like, dude, my dad's doing research. I thought at that point, like, my dad's awake all of a sudden, but he still goes and gets like McDonald's coffees and stuff. So he does drink the odd bit of fluoride. I got to get onto him about that, man. When I get in, if we go somewhere and I get in this truck and I see it freaking empty or a freaking little anything McDonald's or fast food, even Tim Hortons, I mean, that's just almost as bad, really, right? Anyways, this is all the good thing about discussing with our friends and family, guys. It's important because, and I know the problem is that your parents saw you when you were like, in diapers. So for you to all of a sudden like blow their minds when you're older, they kind of look at you and go, I don't know, son, like I've known about this world a lot longer than you have. But eventually they do come around sometimes and go, maybe there is something I missed, like 9/11 or the chemtrails. Shout out to Herbert. Herbert said, Shane, my chalk delivery is now in my USPS notification. Should be here in a couple days. Shout out to Herbert. Guys, so Herbert is getting free chalk. We talked about this yesterday. We're doing a micro extension today to get free chalk powder, chocolate powder rather. So that's the organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia. It's super detoxing and delicious. What I heard from chalk is that we're doing 3 bags on tonight's live. The organic certified heirloom, genetically tested heirloom cacao from Bolivia. We're giving away on tonight's live. It's believed to decalcify the pineal gland. It massively boosts melatonin production, stem cell production. I'll tell you what boosts melatonin, another superfood. But so not only does it increase stem cell production, but the pineal gland is one of the top 3 superfoods for the pineal gland. And it also has Ceylon cinnamon, coconut milk powder, organic vanilla bean powder, and camu and lucuma extract, which are super high in vitamin C. So if we're talking about the war on humanity, the chemical assault, the cell towers, Wi-Fi, chemtrails, and all this, which is all 100% true, by the way. We could do a 12-hour stream only on remote influencing technologies, which is the 5G, the cell towers. Like, It's it's covert mind control, man. 100%. And that sends my dad's head spinning too. He goes, oh, fuck. And he sends me a picture. He's in Toronto. He's like, look at this thing. And there's a giant cell tower in the middle of a parking lot with like hundreds and hundreds of people all around it. Like the movie Cell. You guys ever seen the movie Cell? They're telling you what's going on. Anyway, so chocolate, we're giving away 3 bags. The way the deal works, and it's super delicious, by the way. You could eat it by the spoon dry 100%. So I'm putting the link in the chat right now that goes to chalk.com. So Chalk is based in Texas. They ship out of Georgia. They have an all-American customer service team, and they have over 5,000 third-party verified 5-star reviews on Trustpilot. So that's chalk.com. Click the link ASAP because you got to get bumped first in line. We're only doing 3, and it is first come, first serve. Shout out to Herbert, by the way, guys. Herbert got on this deal yesterday and the day before. She actually, unless I'm thinking of, Herbert and another one got 2. But anyways, all of them ordered, and they're getting their free lits in the mail. So this is the way the deal works. If you go to chalk.com, the #1 superfood for men and women is the hot water purified shilajit. So the shilajit is an herbo-mineral compound that comes from the Himalayan mountains. It massively boosts brain cell production. It's called neurogenesis. So it makes your brain produce new brain cells, which is impeccable, by the way, for fasting. I'm going to read Cy Vamp's comment in a second about water fasting and about with shilajit, because it is a game changer when you do it with shilajit. So the shilajit, herbo-mineral compound, boosts brain cell production, so you get way sharper memory, concentration, and focus. For guys, it increases testosterone levels 21% in 90 days. And for ladies, it calibrates your endocrine system and optimizes your hormones. It's pro-fertile for both. It also has something in it called C60 or carbon 60, which is said to have anti-aging effects on the body. Carbon 60, it's a fullerene molecule. It lengthens telomeres. Telomeres are the part of your DNA which dictate how fast or how slow you age. So if you're taking the shilajit, it literally has anti-aging effects. So that shilajit, if you go to chalk.com, is in both the male and female vitality stack. If you go to chalk.com and you put the male or female stack in your cart and you apply the discount code 50LIFE, that's 50LIFE, which I just put in the chat, I'll put it again, you get and this is where it gets a little bit crazy, guys. I can't believe they're extending this deal. You get a 50% off lifetime discount, which you can cancel or modify at any time on the male and female vitality stack subscription. And then automatically, if you place your order on the live, you get the $100 bag of chocolate powder included in your order automatically. So free lit if you get a male or female stack. Keep in mind too, in both the male and female stack is the organic ashwagandha, which is considered the king of herbs in India. Most ashwagandha is farmed in China, so you have to watch out. But the chalk ashwagandha, certified organic, it has 43 clinical studies. It increases melatonin production, so you get 1,000 times better sleep while you're taking it. It's a hormone optimizer. It's extremely pro-fertile. It also, we were looking at the benefits the other night. It increases muscle recovery. It does something with healthy mood and focus because it calibrates your neurons and your endocrine receptors in your brain, which they say you're supposed to, get so as you age, they say there's a certain compound that builds up on your neurons, which is responsible for decreased memory. This doesn't even have to do with the fluoride and the heavy metals, but that also denature or rather damage memory and concentration and stuff. But just in general, aging, and probably due to environmental stuff, your brain accumulates something called amyloid plaque, which is a compound that stops your neurons from being able to communicate to each other effectively, which is why a lot of people are walking around, especially in their older years, and not quite remembering what the Samdam's going on and all that. Well, shilajit there's studies on it that it actually breaks down amyloid plaque. So that's part of the way that it massively increases brain function, but also that it increases the production of new brain cells, which is pretty freaking cool. Shout out to Spoon Surf, who says, just now seems like a great awakening. I remember 20 years ago, a friend would start talking about Illuminati late nights, and he would literally tell us all to whisper world power and mind. Yeah, dude, Spoon, there are some people among us who have been about it decades longer than us. Like, I mean, I'm only probably 10 years into my awakening. I would say 2016 or maybe 2015, I started learning a little bit of stuff that's going on. Shout out to Lou, who said, shout out to Lauren at Chalk. I'll pass that on, Lou, rather. Shout out to Lou. Guys, Lou, by the way, she is a major chalk enjoyer. She loves her lit. I think on every single live, whenever we're giving away free lit, she chimes in and mentions how much she loves her lit. But anyway, she is in a beautiful spot at the top of New Hampshire, man. And she's got a nice, we're in the same biome, basically. She's got maple. She's probably boiling maple syrup right now, too, as well. Shout out to Chris James. Chris James, we were talking about you the other night, by the way, when you weren't on the live. So technically behind your back, but it was positive, good stuff, of course, man. So hold on a second. There's a bunch of people on the site right now. So if you're on the fence, just a reminder, so you put the male or female vitality stack in your cart, and then you apply the discount code 50life. You get that 50% off lifetime discount. And then automatically you're going to get that $100 bag of chocolate powder included in your order automatically. Shout out to Spoon Surf, who said, subscribe to the stack, guys. Such a good value. Thanks, Shane Buds. Shout out to Spoon Surf, man. Spoon, I actually didn't even know that you were, I remember now that you had either ordered chalk on a live or we had discussed before. Shout out to Dialed, who said, yeah, that's right, Dialed, exactly, man, 100%. Someone else asked a question. Derek, my last name is Herbert. You make me feel like I'm back in boot camp. Well, Herbert, I could call you D, but I don't remember it. Dude, some people on here have some interesting the names, but like Ish, Dialed, like some of you guys have ones that are really easy, just kind of roll off the tongue. And then you got guys like Spoon. Eventually, if Spoon comments enough, I'll call him Spoon. I'm not going to give him his full Spoon Surf. So Chris James, though, that kind of rolls off the tongue. So that's all good. Okay, so hold on. Oh, by the way, I didn't mention in the female vitality stack. So it's the Shilajit, the Ashwagandha, and then the wild crafted Irish moss. That's in the female stack. And that one has the full matrix of minerals, which rebuilds your DNA. It massively increases nutrient absorption. So the foods you're already eating now to begin with, you get more nutrients from while you're taking Irish moss with it, because every single vitamin requires a mineral to activate it. Yeah, Katie, you hadn't been on. There was a funny live the other day, Katie. You would have friggin' had a hoot. This one will be funny too. It'll probably be even funnier now that everyone's on board, man. So hold on a second. Yeah, the Irish moss. You do have to watch out though, because the vast majority of Irish moss is farmed in the Caribbean and it's full of microplastics. So you got to watch out. But the chalk Irish moss, certified wild crafted from Nova Scotia, full matrix of minerals, super detoxing. Again, bioavailable minerals replace heavy metals in the body and excrete it out of the body. And then the third one in the male vitality stack is the Tongkat 100. So the Tongkat 100 is certified wild crafted Tongkat LE from the chemical-free Malaysian rainforests, which increases free testosterone 87% in 21 days, plus sperm count, sperm motility, muscle mass, muscle endurance, and muscle recovery. So that's why that's in the male vitality stack. And again, we know, so this is an inside scoop I have. So I know someone who is a naturopath, and she is so she's a naturopath, and in her course, someone just got a female stack. Congratulations to who just got a female vitality stack, the first on the live, 50% off for life with their subscription, and they're getting the free $100 bag of chocolate powder. I wonder who just got the female stack. Well, Girl Canadian, you could, didn't it already ship though, Girl Canadian? What I would do, Girl Canadian, if I were you, is, you could do a few things. You could message Shock on the live chat and say, what are my options? I'm thinking right now, you could do this. Get a female, I know you just ordered, but if you got another female stack, so that's, you got 2 months worth, but now you got a 50% off lifetime discount, and you'd get another $100 bag of the chocolate powder. Then that is an option for some, but I totally get that you're already subscribed. You would obviously subscribe. Oh, you got it today, Girl Canadian. I wonder, because they just activated this deal for the live. You ordered before the live. I wonder what they would say. You could ask, you can email and wonder about, I'll have to ask them. They just told me that on this live, we got the 50 life. We're probably only doing like 3 or 4 bags of the lit powder tonight. We just gave away 1 actually, so either 2 or 3. Herbert said, can you talk about the lit powder again? My girlfriend is asking. Shout out to Herbert. And by the way, congratulations, Girl Canadian, for getting your, like, even 26% off, Girl Canadian, is smoking, considering you're also getting the $100 bag of lit powder. So I'm stoked regardless for it. It's not like you lost out. I think you took an amazing step to boosting your vitality and increasing brain function and your hormones and everything. I am super stoked for you, Girl Canadian. Especially, we didn't even talk about birth control on this live. Some of you what is it? Is it something like 70%? There's some crazy statistic. 70% of women between 18 and 45 in like North America, like I hope it's not 70%, it might be 50%, are on birth control. And so even if you're not taking birth control today, technically you're still getting exposed to it because it's in the whatchamacallit, water supply, and they're even finding it, of course, like in the oceans and stuff and in the lakes because it's going all over the place. So hold on a second. I just got to answer Herbert, who said, what does the lip powder do? My girlfriend is asking. Herb. So the lip powder is certified organic, certified heirloom cacao from Bolivia. So that's what it is. What it does for the body is it massively increases blood flow and blood oxygenation. It's a vasodilator. It also increases something to do with increases either its oxygenation or nutrient delivery throughout the body because it boosts your blood flow and whatnot. That's a few of the benefits. Then it's also believed that it decalcifies the pineal gland. We know that it increases stem cell production, and it also supports heavy metal detoxification. That's right. Shout out to Chris James. It is also one of the top superfoods in the natural world for antioxidants. It has some of the highest antioxidant content in the natural world. Shout out to Karma 802, who is new to Rumble, or no, Karma, I think I've seen you before. She said, sorry, I just had to log on. Super excited for the chalk. Shout out to Karma. Karma, did you just order? Oh, that was you. Karma is the one who just ordered, guys. Shout out to Karma. She just got her female stack. So she got the first bag of lit included in her order for free on the live. Shout out to Karma. You're going to freaking love it. Now, I want to mention, though, too, to Herb, just so your girlfriend hears, Herb got the male stack, I believe, yesterday, if not the day before. And what he's going to be taking, because his girlfriend's listening right now, so maybe this will hype her up. But so just so you know, testosterone is falsely associated with aggression and violence, right? Toxic masculinity. A firefighter runs into a burning fucking building and rescues an entire family. Toxic masculinity. They'll say that if I got, you know what I mean? It's just, anyway. But the truth is, low testosterone is what causes chemical imbalances and mental imbalances and fries your dopamine receptors and everything. And so, Karma, you're boiling sap too in Waterville. Shout out to Karma. We're freaking sap boiling buddies, man. Or rather, sis. I was just boiling an hour ago. I put the fire down. It's on simmer now. But anyway, so toxic masculinity, they say that, but really it's a lack of testosterone that can cause mood swings, possibly aggression, you could say, I guess. So what Herb just got with the male vitality stack is the Tomcat 100, which boosts free testosterone 87% in 21 days. Clinically studied, wild crafted. This isn't I have a friend whose girlfriend's like, I don't know if I want to be taking this like stuff. And I had to tell him because he's asking, what do I say to it? I'm like, dude, it's an herb. It's a natural, clinically studied, heavy metal tested herb. It's been taken for thousands of years. We got all the lab tests. We got freaking a million reviews. Like, it's real stuff. It's a natural. It's no different than, yeah, sure, we don't have tomcat growing here. We have chaga growing here, which is that mushroom that's in the Chalk 7 Wonders. Actually, it's in the adaptogenic mushroom blend. If he was taking chaga, she probably wouldn't say nothing. But because he's taking this thing she's never heard of, it's like kind of freaked out. Tomcat is a superfood, man. So he's taking the Tomcat, which is super pro-fertile and also increases your sperm count and sperm motility. So you guys probably will. Yeah, that's right, Herb. Who knows if you'll be conceiving any moment, really. Like as soon as his chalk arrives, his testosterone will start surging. You guys, who knows what'll happen. But anyway, and then the daily that he's got, that Herb has, boosts, and this is the same thing with the female stack. The Shilajit that's in the Chalk Shilajit and the Chalk Daily, which are both in the male and female stack, increase the production of new brain cells. You're going to get sharper memory, concentration, and focus when you're taking it. It's freaking incredible, man. And I noticed that difference when I went from drinking tap water and showering in it to still showering in it, but drinking spring water, and then like quad dosing the Shilajit and the chalk minerals and the cacao. It is a superfood, man, and you will love it. So shout out to Herb. I'm stoked for you. And then, okay, hold on a second. There's a bunch of people on the site right now, more than we have lit powders left to give away. If you're on the site right now, make sure you put the discount code 50LIFE, that's 50 life, on the male or female Vitality Stack subscription. That unlocks the 50% off lifetime discount. Then you're automatically going to get included in your order the $100 bag of chocolate powder. We have, I guess, because Karma just got the female stack, we have 2 or 3 bags left. There's still people looking at male and female stacks right now. So ASAP, it's first come, first serve. And I'm about to shout out the live on Instagram again here too. Okay, so I meant to answer. Thank you, Cyvamp. He said, would chocolate interrupt the water fast? Autophagy. Some questions for the other products, Chad Mode. So to be honest, Cyvamp, if I was fasting, I would take pretty much every chalk superfood. Like I would take the male stack. I probably wouldn't take Chad mode because sometimes if I'm like onto my 4th Chad mode and I haven't eaten all day and I'm just going hard, I get that feeling where all of a sudden it's like, yo, I gotta, like, I'm feeling almost like stomach, like I gotta fucking eat, you know what I mean? And you already feel like that when you're fasting. So I wouldn't do Chad mode while you're fasting. And then when it comes to autophagy, you're gonna come out of autophagy, if that's how you pronounce it. Autophagy. Uh, the chocolate has calories, so that'll take you out of the out of autophagy as well. So I would just stick with the male stack. I wouldn't do probably if you're trying. So here's the thing: you could do a chocolate cleanse where all you drink is a ton of water and cacao. Like I'm sure that has amazing benefits too, but you know that wouldn't be a true fast, which is 0 calories, which is autophagy. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so hold on a second. Dude, Sheldon, shout out to Sheldon if he's still on here. He made a crazy freaking promo of 1 billion chemtrails above someone's house. That is actually a wild video, man. We do need to be detoxing the heavy metals big time. And I think that I don't need to tell that to Dialed because he's getting a ton of chalk in the mail in like 2 seconds. But anyone on the fence who's never done a heavy metal detox before, it is a complete game changer. Think of this, and I don't know about you guys, but this hit me when I heard it. If we're exposed to a bajillion heavy metals, which are magnetic, right? Then magnetic metals would interact with the cell tower frequencies, which are electromagnetic. So conductive metal particles, chemtrails, and then magnetic frequencies from the cell towers. And then get this. This is how you know how devious this is. So literally shut up for a second and listen to this. Excuse me. Dude, the whistleblower I saw says that the cell towers, it's proven that the radiation coming off these things pokes holes in the blood-brain barrier. It's like a fact. In the Cold War, they found out if you hit someone with enough frequencies, it pokes holes in the blood-brain barrier. Then we have the chemtrails being sprayed, which are nano-sized particles. Ideally, your body has the blood-brain barrier and doesn't let that shit go through right into your brain. But so if you're in, let's say, a clustered city or even a town near a cell tower, it's like a weapon system, man. Spray the stuff, crank up the frequencies, everyone's walking around absorbing this crazy contaminants, which is more than just heavy metals, by the way. You know, it's more than just heavy metals, but let's just say it was just heavy metals. It is all by design, exactly, Kate. Now, here's the thing, Kate, when I hear that stuff, I don't go like, okay, when I first heard about that, I remember looking out the window, looking at the street light. This was 10 years ago, seeing it was a dry summer day, there was no dust, and at night, there was a particle storm hovering in front of the light. And I was thinking like, dude, we're screwed then. If they freaking are spraying this stuff, like, and we're inhaling nanobots, like, they could just flip the switch one day and we're all cyborgs. But it doesn't work like that because there's positive forces at play. There's a freaking divine intervention coming around the corner, and they need our consent. They can't just secretly, according to their religion, of course, they need to tell us before they do it. And anyways, so I'm not worried about it now, especially because I'm taking the shilajit, the Irish moss, the ashwagandha, and all these superfoods that massively detoxifies the system as well. Herbert said, good, dude. That's so Herb, you've been paying attention, man. 100%. Good job on not buying from Amazon. And exactly, Kate, not victimy. Exactly. The group chat is great. We need a Rumble Zoom like option so we could see each other. You guys could probably see when I go on my browser, I can see your guys' profile pictures. Cyvamp said, outside of how Chad mode will make my stomach feel, would it take me out of the autophagy? Would it interrupt the water fast? Good question. I think it would, because there is a micro amount of there is a micro amount of maple sugar crystals in the Chad mode as well. So yes, technically it would take you out of your true fast Psyvamp. Yo, hold on a second. We just gave away a second bag of lit. Shout out to Herbert, whose girlfriend, did he say wife or girlfriend? His girlfriend, Jamie Maddie, just ordered the female vitality stack, which means she's getting the Shilajit, the Irish Moss, and the organic ashwagandha included, and then of course the free lit powder included in her order automatically. Shout out to Jamie, Herbert's girlfriend, and I'm making him feel like he's at boot camp by calling him Herbert by his last name. Shout out to Urban. She's going to love, I can talk to her. Jamie, you're going to love your free lit powder and you're going to love the female stack. The Shilajit, so we can, and then I'm going to shout out the live on Instagram. So we have 2 bags left to give away, guys. If you're on the website, you're on the fence, make sure you put that discount code 50% off. So look, Psyvamp, to get the free bag of lit, go to chalk.com, put the male or female stack in your cart, or the performance stacks, or the ultra stacks. Put the subscription in your cart, apply the discount code 50life. You get a 50% off lifetime discount, which you can cancel or modify at any time. And then you're going to get that $100 bag of the chocolate powder included in your order automatically. So to Jamie, who just got her female stack, just so you know, the Shilajit that's in there, and this is the same thing for the male and female stack, but the Shilajit that Chalk specifically has, it's heavy metal tested, it's hot water purified. It's 5 to 10 times as potent as conventional Shilajit tar resin. It is clinically studied, and all these things are anomalies compared to the Shilajit that you're getting on Amazon or other places where it's in the tar resin. Shilajit tar resin is less, or usually 20 to 30% water. So it's super, super low in bioactive compounds and it's diluted. So you do want to watch out for that. Do not get the regular Shilajit action. Get the freaking serious stuff from Chalk that's actually clinically studied. And then, of course, the ashwagandha. Jamie, you'll hear the more benefits. I'm so stoked for you to experience that. You're going to hear more benefits in 2 seconds. I'm going to shout out the live real quick on Instagram. We have 2 bags left. If you're on the website and you're on the fence, make sure you get your order placed ASAP with that discount code. 50% off freaking lifetime discount, guys, on the male or female stack. Can you wrap your heads around that? Shocking. Girl Canadian said, the chemtrail spraying in the Okanagan was nuts today. I love thinking about the Okanagan. When I lived there, it was a hoot, man. But yeah, I know. Spray, spray, spray. They love doing it, don't they? Well, Girl Canadian, if you're in the Okanagan, go to the Summerhill Pyramid Winery and go stand in that pyramid and then get the pyramid power aligning you. And then in like 4 days, you have all your superfoods, so you don't even need to worry about it. But yeah, pyramid power, that's the thing. There's a whole thing about pyramid power action that defies modern day or official physics, put it that way. Same thing with the law of thermodynamics. So the law of thermodynamics apparently says that free energy is not a thing, but free energy is a thing. So either the laws of thermodynamics are either fake or misunderstood. What's going on, everyone? So I don't know if you heard, but we have something strange coming around the corner. We have potential energy lockdowns and energy crisis. Swarby, I had to mention you. All of you guys, I'm mentioning all of you now because this is not a joke. You may be thinking like, oh, he just wants to like shoot the shit on a live with some people. No, this is like red alert. There's an Illuminati plan coming around the corner where they're going to try to merge you with AI and get you controlled and governed by AI. The plan is by 2030, all countries are governed by artificial intelligence. That's not a fucking joke. If you think that's a joke, type it in. World Economic Forum in 2019 said, what would happen if artificial intelligence did a better job at making decisions than politicians? Wow, well, good question, World Economic Forum, because that's a good question, because didn't you guys want to do that anyway? And that's kind of prophesized as the next thing that's going to come around the corner, where the world is controlled by AI, and then all it is digital money, where they can turn you off if you say the wrong thing. I mean, dude, this is where it's going. And then also Mexico. Lori said, why are you mentioning peeps? I'm mentioning you right now, Laura, because this is breaking, shocking news. Mexico, at the end of June, if you have a cell phone in Mexico and you want to use your cell phone and have a SIM card, you need to get a facial recognition scan. You need to get a fingerprint scan, and you may need an iris scan to be able to use a cell phone. Now, they say this will help fight crime. Yeah, but at the same time, create a massive database of a shitstorm of stuff that means we could be fully enslaved and controlled. That's the first step. So listen, I want to tell you guys more about this in full detail. I fully do, but this is not the place to do it. I got to be really careful on Instagram. I got strikes, I got banned, I got this, that, and the other. I had to pay $8,000 to get my account back in December. So I know, Laura. Okay, Labriel, if that's what you say, Ariel, I want to talk to you more about that. Come to Rumble so we can discuss, guys. I want to talk to you guys on Rumble. It's free to download, it's free to watch, and it's free speech. We're streaming there right now with about 100 people on. And come to Rumble, man. It's the place to be. There's documentaries on there that you can't find anywhere else that are banned on YouTube. Rumble is the spot. Come on over to Rumble. It's at the link in my bio. If you make an account or get the app and make an account, then you're able to comment and join the discussion and whatnot. Vincent, I'm mentioning you because this is breaking news, man. I want to hear from you on Rumble. I want to discuss with you and share this breaking, shocking news. So guys, link in my bio to come to Rumble, or go and comment the word Rumble on any one of my posts, and you'll get the link sent directly to your DMs. Shout out to Kirky or Ignacio. Yo, is that Ignacio? Okay, never mind. Christina, I know a guy named Ignacio from Spain. I've known him for like 15 years. He was actually my friend's exchange student, and he is aware that strange things are going on. Many people are thinking the moon landing thing is really real right now. So some people are drinking a little bit too much fluoride. We're on Rumble right now, Catalyst. We're streaming on Rumble right now with 100 people. And now a whole bunch more is coming in from this live. Okay, I hope to see you guys on Rumble. Much love, everyone. Sambo, come to Rumble, all right? Jason's already a follower on Rumble. Hell yeah. Heck yeah. Heaven yeah. And Heidi. Anyone who's commenting Rumble on the Instagram live, you're not going to get the link sent to your DMs. You got to comment the word Rumble on any one of my posts. Ryan, it is in my bio. Click the link in my bio and you'll see that it's a link tree. And then from that link tree, you will see the Rumble link. Okay. I love you guys. I'll see you guys on Rumble. All right. Updating driver be right there. Shout out to MDS excavating or updating his driver. Awesome, man. Fuck, you have to update your driver for it. That is funny. I don't know why that cracked me up. Katie said, what's for dinner? She made beef stew, veg, and mash, plus buns and butter. Shout out to Katie. Sounds like a feast. You made the buns? That's freaking awesome. Sourdough, I'm sure. Katie. Yeah, that's true, actually, Katie. There is beaver anal glands as a synthetic thing that they put in food. So hold on a second. Herbert, that's right. I know. Oh yeah, guys, by the way, Herbert is a I'm getting mixed up now. There was another guy called Rakuta or something. Who's are you Herbert? Oh yeah, you're the airplane mechanic. Guys, just so you know, Herbert is a professional. If you have any aviation problems, this guy is a 40-year veteran of the aviation industry. He's flown 747s, he's fixed them. He was a pilot in Afghanistan, like the guy. No, I'm just kidding. He was not. I don't know why I made that joke. But he definitely knows how to fix aircraft and also helicopters, like the guy. And you know what? I'll tell you, the snowmobile I have was fixed by a commercial aircraft mechanic or a licensed aircraft mechanic as well. And he did an impeccable job. So I already know Herbert's garage is organized more than you guys can even wrap your head around. Herbert knows where every single tool is in his entire house. If there's something he needs, he knows where it is. I guarantee I just profiled Herbert. Herbert, tell me I'm right, man. Shout out to Catalyst. Shout out to all you guys on here. Shout out to all the new people. Any gas stations closed down near any of you yet? Apparently, in Asia, it's becoming a little bit of a shitstorm, big time, man. They already did in South Korea. So this was a big thing. South Koreans were like, I don't know if we need to spend $1 billion setting up 1 million license plate reading cameras. Like, that's kind of a waste of money. And the government at the time was like, no, you don't. We're setting up these license plate reading cameras because it's going to like make things safer and stuff. And so they convinced everyone to do that. And now, years later, they're now being used during the energy lockdown in South Korea, where they're reading cars' license plates and discussing, or rather policing, whether they're allowed to be on the road at that day or not. Because the energy crisis, they're saying like only half the cars are allowed on the road or allowed to be driving to try to reduce fuel consumption. And yeah, it's all surveillance. Exactly, Kate. So with this Palantir shit, it's a little bit strange. Kate, by the way, a girl, I think it was a girl commented on my live, and she said, "Guys, this is all supposed to happen. Um, there's nothing we can do to stop it, etc." And so, Kate, the way I figure it, whatever's coming around the corner with the lockdowns and the facial recognition and the plan to enslave humanity with AI, the way I figure it, because I know we win in the end, which is why I have no fear, and that's not like I'm not optimistic. I just know we win in the end 100%. So anything happening from now until when we win is part of the process of us winning. So that's why I'm not like, oh, about oil, whatever's going to happen. It's part of the process to get. Now, you could see that as like being a pacifist, like, oh, don't even worry about it. We don't need to all revolt right now because we win in the end anyway. That's not really what I'm saying. I'm still live streaming talking about these shocking agendas and shocking plans, and warning people like, let's decalcify our pineal glands. Let's get the heavy metals out of us, 100%. But hold on a second. Shout out to Cyvamp. Let me double check. I'm sure you did. If you did order Cyvamp, then yes, you did. So guys, hold on. And I didn't get to watch your video, Kate. I promise I'll watch it tonight. So listen, guys. Cyvamp just did something crazy. On this live, we are giving away free superfoods. We are giving, that's right, they do feed on our fear, Kate. Literally, do not fear. That's not just like a parable. You need to not fear. You need to do not be afraid, 100%. So what we're doing on this live is very important to help detox, help boost brain function, help increase your endocrine function and your fertility. We have 2 more bags of the chocolate powder left to give away for free, $100 value. Cyvamp just got one. Let me double check one. What's his order number? 760-711. So we're giving away 3 bags of the organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia, which massively increases stem cell production. It's believed to decalcify the pineal gland. It massively also increases blood oxygenation, circulation, blood flow, and is good for your heart. Very good for your heart. Chocolate powder, organic, certified heirloom, which means it's been genetically tested. It is the OG cacao, which means it's the original one before they've hybridized it. So this is the real McCoy. Giving away free lit powder. Cyvamp just got his free lit. Congratulations to Cyvamp. He got the mail stack. Dude, I am stoked for you, Cyvamp. But you've already taken shots, so you know all about it, don't you, Cyvamp? Let me know, dude. And Cyvamp, I'm going to hype you up more in 2 seconds, all right? So free lit, giving away free lit powder. This is the way the deal works. It's first come, first serve. Patriots in control. So choq.com. As soon as I just put the link in the chat, click the link that goes to chalk.com, choq.com, to get bumped first in line. Chalk is based in Texas. They ship out of Georgia. They have an all-American customer service team, and they have over 5,000 third-party verified 5-star reviews on Trustpilot. Shout out to Kate, who said lit is my jam. Guys, Kate is a bit of a lit addict, okay? The heirloom cacao, you can eat it dry by the spoon. It is freaking amazing. So to get your free lit powder, I can't believe they're doing this. Like, I thought they were supposed to shut it down last night, but number 1 superfood at chalk.com is the hot water purified shilajit, which Kate also takes. It's a hormone optimizer. It's a fertility booster. It massively increases the production of new brain cells. It also calibrates your endocrine system. When guys take it, it boosts total testosterone 21% in 90 days. And when women take it, it optimizes your hormones and is extremely pro-fertile. Now, let's say you're not planning on having any more kids. Fertility is a barometer of health. You could replace the word fertility with it boosts your body's function. Fulvic acid, which is the main compound in shilajit that's responsible for its benefits, does immaculate things to your gut microbiome, to your minerals, to your hormones, and to your memory, concentration, and focus. It's clinically studied. That's okay, Cyvamp. That's actually your subscription number and your order number. They're actually 2 different things, but Cyvamp, you're 100% locked in. I just got confirmation from Chalk. You are getting the free lit powder. Shout out to Cyvamp. So guys, this is the way the deal works. Sorry, Children of Fate said folic acid. No, folic acid. You already know the story about that, right? I'm sure you guys know about folic acid. No, fulvic acid. Fulvic VIC, fulvic acid. So that's a bioactive compound that triggers your brain to make new brain cells, which gives you that increased mental clarity, concentration, and focus. It's freaking amazing. So this is the way to get your free lit powder. You go to choq.com, choq.com. If you put you'll see the male and female vitality stacks on the products page, okay? So the male stack and the female stack are the two most potent combinations of superfoods for men and women. You got the Shilajit for, in both is the organic ashwagandha, which is the certified organic ashwagandha. It's considered the king of herbs in India. It's a hormone optimizer. It's a fertility booster. It massively increases melatonin production, so you get 1,000 times better sleep while you're taking it. And it's pro-fertile as well. It also has 43 clinical studies. And people, dude, we have thousands of reviews on it. It is one of the top superfoods at choq.com. That's why they put it in the male and female stack. So to get the free lit, put the male or female stack in your cart. And then this is where it gets crazy. Put the male or female subscription in your cart. Apply the discount code 50LIFE. That's 50LIFE. You get a 50% off lifetime discount. 50, not 15, 50. 50% off lifetime discount, which you can cancel or modify at any time. And automatically you're going to get the free $100 bag of chocolate powder included in your order. And of course, also, we have 2 left, and there's a lot more people on the site right now than we have freebies to give away. So if you're, quickly get your order placed basically with that discount code, and make sure you apply it on the subscription, not on the one-time order. Yeah, that's funny, eh? Swing, you're paying attention, man. 100%. Katie, where'd you get the beef, by the way, for your beef thing you made there, Katie? Shout out to Tino T said, do you feel that Shilajit working? So they say 30% of Choq's active subscribers experience benefits from taking Choq within the first few days of taking it. Another 30% is within the first few weeks. And then another 30%, or the remaining, is like varied after that, right? The main thing is if you're taking it consistently, you're going to experience, you are being benefited. Like some people are like, hey, it's my 6th day. I didn't feel anything yet. I'm thinking, because it's clinically studied, if you are consuming purified Shilajit, organic ashwagandha, and for example, in the female stack, the wild crafted Irish moss, you are being benefited 100%. Dude, every single vitamin requires a mineral to activate it. That is a fact. They used to call vitamins vital minerals. If you're taking the Irish moss and the Shilajit, you're getting the full matrix of minerals, which means you're able to absorb way more nutrients from the food you're already eating to begin with, versus if you were eating 100% organically today, you're still getting less than 10% of the full matrix of minerals. Seek the Truth said, so you see what I'm saying? If you're taking the Shilajit and the Irish moss, you're getting more nutrients from your food you're eating to begin with, because vitamins need minerals to activate them. It's pretty shocking, actually. Seek Truth said, is there import duties for Canada? Is it in the US? So it is in US dollars. So that means the discount is 50% off USD, which I know is strong right now, Seek Truth. And then keep in mind, Seek Truth, you're getting the free lit powder. I don't know that it should tell you on the site if there's no duties. No, there is no duties, Seek Truth. No duties. And it is in US. And you get the free lit powder. And apparently 2 people are checking out right now. I can tell you this, guys, if we have a rapid succession of boom, 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 and all of a sudden we extend past 2, they're not going to gimp you on if you were the 3rd one. So don't feel like, but we're about to give away the last 2 basically. So hold on a second. Shout out to Cyvamp who said, woohoo, before I used 28 Life, will this auto update? Yes, it will. Auto update your resistance. I don't know, Cyvamp. Actually, ask or email Choq or live chat them about that to double check. I don't know what it looks like on the back end of your subscription account status thing. Embry said, Shilajit is amazing. I'm an herbalist and it's in my everyday. It's in my everyday. I'm excited to get mine from you instead now, coming in a few days. Shout out to Embry. You know what, Embry? I see like the dearest souls in the world every once in a while on Instagram. And they'll be like someone who's, an herbalist action or super healthy, and they're doing the right thing. They're researching, they're waking up, they're eating healthy, they're doing stuff. But then the only thing is if I see them sometimes having the Shilajit tar resin, what am I going to do, right? You don't go and someone's enjoying this stuff. They think it's really good for them. If I were to come out and say, hey, watch out, that Shilajit is actually 20 to 30% water. It's a lot less potent than our stuff and blah, blah, blah. It sounds like I'm just trying to like snipe them, you know? But whereas now that I'm just hosting my own thing, I'm not forcing my views upon any of you guys. You came here voluntarily. We can discuss this. And so it doesn't seem forced. Anyway, yeah. So I do love when people who are into this stuff end up getting on chalk because, for one, well, it supports the stream, but also it consolidates supplement regimens. You know, if you're taking the male or female stack, it consolidates all the other stuff. Some people are taking 100 different things. Well, with the male and female stack, you're getting so many nutrients, so many benefits. You don't need to willy-nilly around with a vitamin B25 supplement if you're getting the full matrix of minerals, because people go and buy vitamin supplements. Like, it's a multi-billion-dollar a year industry, right? Multi-billion-dollar a year industry for supplements, for vitamins. But the vast majority of vitamins are literally synthetic. They are synthesized in a lab. They are unbioavailable. They literally don't do shit. The iron supplements that they put, like, women take, iron supplements, it's the wrong kind of iron. You can't absorb it, and you get iron toxicity from it. So, dude, it's freaking shocking, man. Dialed said Shilajit has the full spectrum of B vitamins. No way, dude. Are you freaking serious? I didn't even know that. Dude, Dialed is literally Dialed. He's dropping product info I had no idea about. Shout out to Dialed. Cyvamp said, will the male stack break a water fast? I don't think so, man. Is there a calorie in Shilajit? No, I don't think so. The Tomcat, no. There can't be a calorie in Tomcat Ali extract. Oh, I guess there might be a micron. Maybe you'd want to put it in water, because the vegetable cellulose capsule technically is what does that count as? What's cellulose? Is that a calorie? I don't know. That's right, Katie. Exactly. 100%. That's right, Embry. Yeah. An isolated B vitamin probably isn't ideal. That's why they called Shilajit the destroyer of weakness, man. Okay, so hold on. There's still a bunch of people on the site. And by the way, because a few people are looking at the male stacks right now, is what I'm getting told by Chalk. Just so you know, the male vitality stack that has the Tomcat 100 in it is why. So let me just tell you guys, literally all of the Tomcat Ali on Amazon is from China. It is the Shanghai Surprise. It is the, what's another Chinese place? The Hong Kong Surprise, man. Actually, Hong Kong is like a different part. It's not really quite China, eh? Shenzhen. It's the Shenzhen Surprise. That's another big city in China. Bigger than your fucking head would spin if you went to this city, dude. I've never been. It's gigantic, though, and there's a shitload of them. Anyways, the Tomcat, wild crafted from Malaysia. So picture Malaysia. Tropical, hot. There's a bunch of huge bugs everywhere. You'll be sitting in a cabin in the jungle, and all of a sudden an army of ants will literally march through your cabin, and then keep on moving, and there's nothing you can do. And they are going in wild harvesting. So Malaysians, picture Malaysians, like Philippines almost looking, I think. Maybe they're Malaysian natives even. Anyway, they're harvesting Tomcat, like as we speak. And then it gets processed with a patented extraction method, which maintains a ton of the bioactive compounds, way more than the conventional. Like, so you'll see our Tomcat's 100-to-1 extract, right? The Tomcat that you get on Amazon, you'll see ones that's like 500-to-1, but it denatures and wipes out the bioactive compounds because of the way that they extract it. So the Tomcat that we have, patented extraction method, way more potent. We have a whole write-up on it on the site too, how it has 16 to 20% more bioactive compounds, which is the thing you're going for in the first place. Herbert said Shenzhen was crazy huge. Saw the clay soldiers. Dude, you went to Shenzhen? Herbert, what the heck do you do in China, man? My wife's going to try it soon. Then I think they push the prenatal. It makes her sick. Oh, the prenatal, dude. Yeah. I wouldn't go conventional prenatal. I just know that whatever usually they say is usually bullshit, right? But prenatal, like what, from the store or something? Butterdog said you burn more calories swallowing the capsule than there is in a capsule. Shout out to Butterdog. Timu tries to sell a lot of Shilajit. No shit, Matthew. Dude, I wouldn't take Shilajit from Timu in a billion freaking years, man. Hold on a sec. Okay, hold on a second. We're gonna shut out the live real quick on whatchamacallit on Instagram. We have 2 bags of lit left. Quickly get your order placed with the discount code 50life. I know, Kate, it tastes like an old tire. It tastes like an old tire. Chris James said, I would buy it to test it. Yeah, that's a good idea. Who knows what's in it, man? They probably literally put oil. Like it looks, I don't know. Maybe they put old tires in it and then they can get away with it because they're like, yeah, like Shilajit already tastes like an old tire. Maybe we can just use old tires. Okay, hold on a second here. Let's shut out the live. I already did a good old fashioned mention to you. Let me see here. Hold on. President Trump just said something about the financial system. What the heck did he say? President Trump financial system. Damn, I hate it. It's like I click Twitter, I see a post, I'm like, oh, and then it refreshes and it's gone. Let's see what he said here because I'm just getting the live title. Oh, here. President Trump said the current financial system is outdated and will soon be replaced with a state of the art cryptocurrency framework. Okay, so let's hold on a second here. Economic system. Yeah, it's interesting how they went from gold and silver to paper money and then to plastic money. But you guys in the States still have paper money, eh? And I'm sure a lot of other countries do too, but very interesting. Probably BPA on it, eh? Okay, so guys, I don't know if you heard. So this is going viral on Twitter right now. They have signed a new bill that they're going to basically make. They're doing away with the old financial system, dude, with the current financial system. This isn't a joke. This isn't a clickbait. Like they are going to digital. They do not want you having cash for one, and they don't like the way the current money system works because it's easy to move money around that comes out of the hands of the ones who want to take a chunk off of every little chunk that you make, right? And so they are making a new financial system, but in order to implement that, you can't have the current system working. You need to destroy the current system. And this isn't just the United States, by the way. Of course, this is worldwide. Yeah, of course, Trump's doing that there. Look what they got in China. It's basically already digital in China. Like 99.9% of transactions, you tap your phone. You scan your face. You pay with your face in China, dude. You know that, right? You pay with your facial recognition in China. You go into a store, grab some stuff, look at the camera, cheese, and you walk out of there. And it's the same thing if you jaywalk across it. This is what's coming to the world. What's going on in China is the blueprint for the rest of the world, 100%. And when you jaywalk in China, before you make it to the other side of the street, your face is scanned, you are fined. The fine is deducted from your bank account, and your face gets plastered on TVs in the area saying, this guy just lost social credit points. And if you lose enough points, you cannot leave your province. That's in China, they got provinces. You cannot travel, you cannot fly. This is the social credit system that they want. Mayor said UBI next, universal basic income. Own nothing and you'll be happy. That's exactly 100% the plan. I'm glad you guys are paying attention to this because some people are still watching like the moon landing and Beyonce thinking this stuff is normal and shit's just chill. So absolutely strange. Guys, listen, there's a lot more I want to talk to you about this new financial system and the strangeness that's coming around the corner. but I do not want to discuss it on Instagram because they are censorshipy about stuff. If you want to tune in to the full deep dive, we are live streaming on Rumble right now, which is free to download, free to watch, and free speech. Click the link in my bio. It's an alternative to YouTube. Naki said, this is an episode in Black Mirror. I've never seen Black Mirror, but apparently a lot of things that are happening today happen in that movie or that show, that series, almost as if it's been planned for a long time and they're predictive programming you and also making it normal, normalization, conditioning. They're conditioning you. We didn't go to the moon, Noel girl. We didn't go to the moon. You can't go to the moon. We've never been to the moon. You can't go to it. Planets are fake. Space is fake. And the Earth is not more than 6,000 years old. And Pangea is fake as well. I'll tell you guys all about it on Rumble. To come to Rumble, click the link in my bio and then click the Rumble link. So in the link in my bio, you'll see there's a link tree. When you click the link tree, you'll see a Rumble link. Click that and come on over to Rumble. Okay. Alternatively, you can comment the word Rumble on any one of my posts, not this live, but any one of my posts, and you'll get the link sent directly to your DMs as well. Shout out to Rachel. Actually, Rachel Jensen, are you the Jensen who joins on Rumble already? I think Jensen might already be on Rumble. Okay, I hope to see you guys all on Rumble. Much love, everyone. Caden said, I miss your IG days. Oh, the IG lives? Don't love it, or don't be sad that it's gone. Be happy that it happened. But we're live on Rumble where I can say more stuff anyway. Don't worry about Instagram. You want to hold your phone the whole time anyway? Also, Rumble is chill because you can, if you have the app, you can leave the app and the video will still play. Unlike YouTube, you have to pay for that on YouTube. Can you believe? Hopefully none of you guys do. Okay, I'll see you guys on Rumble. Much love, everyone. Your eyeball. What did I say about an eyeball? Because someone else on the live said your eyeball. Did I say something funny? I forget. Pollux, yeah, exactly, dude. Matthew said, I tried telling my roommate about all this, but my roommate didn't believe me though. Well, he may be it might be the fluoride, man. We got to talk about this because it calcifies people and it makes them docile and apathetic. Child of Fate said, how is the world only 6,000 years old? That's a very, very good question. That's a great question. See, that's someone who, look, Child of Fate, instead of saying, Shane, you're retarded, he's asked, well, how would that exactly work? And he wouldn't say anything like that because he's got an open mind. So, dude, we'll get into it in a second, but he said that is a drastic claim. Dude, I know, man. I know it is. I wouldn't say it lightly. Same thing with when I say, hold on, someone said they just ordered. Hold on, Seek the Truth, 760-713. Hold on, 760-713. So let me calibrate my consciousness here for a second. It's been a while since we've been discussing basically the age of the Earth in previous lives. There's a few ways you can put it together. Radiological dating or radiometric dating and carbon dating are both fake. They are not accurate. They tested magma that came fresh out of the ground and it came back to being it said it was 6 million years old and it was magma that just came out of the ground. Damn, I actually haven't even done a video on the true age of the Earth in a while. I got to do another video tomorrow so I can remember all the talking points. It was so normal to me that I forgot. I've been thinking more about the World War III stuff, true age of the Earth. Oh, also in the original Bibles from the 1800s, it gives you the chronological order of the age of the Earth. And they say the Earth is billions of years old. But in the Bible, it says that God made the Earth in 7 days. And you may be thinking, well, that can't be true. Like, you can't make the Earth in 7 days. Like, shit takes trillions, billions of years, right? But listen to this. We definitely didn't evolve. We can do the evolution thing in a second. But if God made the Earth and he made animals on one day, and the next day he made plants, that makes more sense than if animals, for example, were made and then there was billions of years until plants were made, or thousands. Animals needs plants to survive. plants need animals to survive. And so it is more accurate of a depiction that it's been in a rapid succession that we were created, rather than that we're on a spinning ball. This is what NASA says: we're on a spinning ball. It's a random chance that we're here. Dinosaurs is part of the deception, because in order for dinosaurs to have been a thing, they find dinosaur bones, fossils. They say those are hundreds and hundreds of millions of years old, but we know they're all plaster casts, and we know that they found a fossilized human foot in a riverbank in Texas that has that was from the 1950s, that this guy got his foot stuck or whatever happened to him, but it fossilized. Under certain conditions, bones will fossilize. It doesn't take millions of years. And all the fossils they're pulling up of these giant bones, which the Smithsonian Institute comes and takes away, by the way, all the time, including giant bones, were basically just buried under stuff after the last flood, and then didn't really get to decompose. And they got hardened and packed down, and then they say it's all fossils and it's hundreds of millions of years old. We're going to do a full deep dive live on that. Child of Fate. I know I did not convince you with that at all, but we're talking about something else right now, and I have like 15 things to go over first, but I am excited to talk about. I'll make a video on it tomorrow, the true age of the Earth, because it's not billions. So here's the thing. Before we get into the new financial system they're trying to make and how they're trying to ban cash, just so you know, in Canada, they just had a bill passed, and it's so obvious, man. Cash transactions over $10,000 would need to be reported and would be illegal without some type of thing. Like, basically, they don't want you doing cash transactions above $10,000. Now, what's crazy is the next thing they're going to do is over $5,000, over $1,000. And eventually that gets closer and closer to banning cash. And we know they want to do that anyway. This isn't news to any of you. But the shocking part is the only way to get the new financial system is to destroy the old. And this is where the Great Reset, which Klaus Schwab said, we didn't really have a great reset. Like, it was a bit of a shitstorm during COVID, but it wasn't quite a great reset yet. But with this Strait of Hormuz being closed and this thing ramping up in the Middle East, it could get very strange. And in fact, it could cripple, they're talking about it affecting the global economy, or should I say flat plane economy. The weird part about that, though, is that for years and years, they have been censoring and black shelving any single patents or creations that can make free energy or can extend, alternative energy sources. They've been strong arming us into being dependent on oil. And now they're rug pulling oil, basically, which is all part of the plan. And I think it was the NSA or one of them made a law that says every single patent that gets filed needs to be ran through the NSA to make sure that if it's a patent for something related to energy generation, that they have to look over it first. And so when people file a patent for some magnetic technology they make that can make free energy, literally, it gets black shelved. They don't let it see the light of day, or they whack the person who made it. So it's very strange. But listen, all this stuff that's going on, in the end, we 100% win. And so that's why I'm not fearful about it. But you have to see through the deception. I think all of us are getting there. But part of the thing that stops people from being able to do that is the amount of toxins and poisons and chemicals and phthalates and BPA and microplastics that they add to the food, air, and water supply, not to mention the heavy metals that we know we're being sprayed with consistently as well. This is part of the plan to slow drip, low dose, poison us to make us easier to control. We all know that. That's why the food supply is the way it is in the United States and all over the world. Specifically, the States has a bit of a different food system because Americans are the biggest threat to the Illuminati. We know that. It's not that big of a shock to many, but it's true. That's why shit that gets shipped over to Europe from China has to meet certain requirements, whereas the same stuff like RVs or trailers that gets shipped to the States can use totally different chemicals that are banned in Europe. There's a war on Americans 100%. And it's not just chemical, but also psychological and all over the world. But I'm just saying America is the target. Like, America is the last bastion of freedom, and it is a big deal. So I love America. So I know Canada right now, there's a big feud because Trump and the tariffs and all that, but That's not going to change the way what the damn's going on. But anyways, my point is being of sound mind and sound body and detoxing this stuff is more important now than ever before, especially with what's coming around the corner. So I wanted to mention before we get into the next, we'll talk about the age of the earth and everything too. We are giving away, we have 2 more bags rather left of the chocolate powder, the organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia that we are giving away on this live $100 value, which massively boosts stem cell production. It increases blood flow and blood oxygenation. It's believed to decalcify the pineal gland. Shout out to Rachel, by the way. Rachel's new here. Shout out to Rachel. She said, I'm pretty sure the compounds spell out ball. They do, Rachel. Barium and aluminum, 100%. It is satanic, man. I'm just saying there's some satanic stuff going on. So stem cells, brain cell production, or rather supports detoxification. And also heirloom cacao, specifically the original cacao, which is genetically tested to be like the OG, the first and foremost cacao plant that was made and created and did not evolve. Some of the other benefits include the amount of antioxidants in it, which is considered one of the highest antioxidant content foods in the natural world, binds to free radicals, binds to contaminants, and excretes it out of the body. So that's what you're getting with the organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia. We have 2 more bags left to give away on the live. The way the deal works, it's first come, first serve. Go to chalk.com. I just put the link in the chat. That's choq.com. So Chalk is based in Texas. They ship out of Georgia. They have an all-American customer service team, and they have over 5,000 third-party verified 5-star reviews on Trustpilot. So that's chalk.com. We're talking superfoods. We're talking detox. We can talk about Michelle Obama in a bit, but knowing all the ins and outs of the Illuminati has some benefits, but also if you're still calcified or got GMO DNA damage and whatnot, or you're sitting next to a Wi-Fi router right now, or on a couch made of polyester, like there are things that are factors to the chemical assault on humanity that some of us, for some, it's unavoidable at this current moment. Of course, eventually we can all get out of there. But so anyways, free lit powder, chalk.com is the website. Click it because it's first come, first serve, and we only have a few bags left. The way the deal works is the #1 supplement at chalk.com for men and women is the hot water purified shilajit. So that is a hormone optimizer. It's clinically studied. It's an herbo-mineral compound that comes out of the mountains in the Himalayas. It massively increases new brain cell production. It's called neurogenesis, which also increases memory, concentration, and focus. It boosts fertility for men and women. It increases testosterone for men, and it calibrates your endocrine system and optimizes your hormones for women. There's 12 clinical studies on this. It is one of the most revered superfoods in the natural world. Genghis Khan took it, Vladimir Putin took it, Bruce Lee took it, and I'm sure that Putin actually must probably still be taking it because the Russian military secretly studied it for 40 years, which is freaking wild. Rachel said, can you put tinfoil on the Wi-Fi router? You can, but it might reduce. We'll talk about EMF exposure fixes and dangers and how to combat that in a moment. We'll do a full deep dive on Wi-Fi in a second, but you can put tinfoil on it, but you might as well, Rachel, if you're going to bed, unplug it. That's the first thing you can do. Shout out to Dialed. He said the lit powder with Ceylon cinnamon is a pro move, way more nutritious versus the cassia cinnamon. Shout out to Dialed. That's right. In the heirloom cacao, there is, or in the chocolate powder rather. Shout out to Chemtrails 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh shit. Shout out to Chemtrails, man. Hey, we had a guy on here named Gay Frog, and so I had to call him by his username, man. There is Ceylon cinnamon in the chocolate powder. Shout out to Chemtrails. And shout out to Butterdog, too. He hasn't even commented. Is he even listening? I don't know. He might be running errands or something. So this is the way the deal works. Chalk.com. Shilajit, #1 supplement for men and women. If you go to chalk.com and you look at the male and female vitality stacks, those are the top 2 combos for men and women of hormone optimizers, fertility booster, brain function, detox. If you put a male or female stack in your cart and you apply the discount code 50life, you get a lifetime 50% off discount, which you can cancel or modify at any time. And automatically, you're going to get a free $100 bag of chocolate powder included in your order. We have 2 left, and there's still a bunch of people on the site, or a bunch of people just went to the site, rather. So this is basically the last call to be able to get your free lit powder. Make sure you apply that discount code on the subscription, not on the one-time order. That's how you unlock the discount and get the full-blown freebie included in your order. So this is important for women. The second superfood in the female vitality stack is the wild crafted Irish moss. And you guys can look at this while I'm talking about it too at chalk.com. So you're looking at while it's being explained. The female stack has the Irish moss in it. So that is certified wild crafted, not farmed in the Caribbean. The vast majority of Irish moss is farmed in the Caribbean, and it's full of microplastics. So the Irish moss in the female stack has the full matrix of minerals, which increases your nutrient absorption. So what that means is, this is something that I found out only like a year ago. Vitamin used to be a vital mineral. That's what they called it. Okay. So every single vitamin requires a mineral to activate it. Every single biological process in the body requires a mineral to activate it. Today, even if you're eating 100% organically, you're getting less than 10% of the full matrix of minerals. By the way, welcome all the new people on Rumble. And if you're watching, you can click that notification bell somewhere on your screen there so you know when we're live on the next one. So if you're taking the male or female stack at chalk.com, you're getting the shilajit and or the Irish moss, which has the full matrix of minerals. That means you're getting more nutrients from your food because the vitamins in there, you can actually absorb them. And you're getting the DNA boosting benefits because minerals build your DNA. Your DNA is light codes and minerals are frequencies of light. And then also minerals bind to heavy metals and excrete them out of the body. I think that's a pretty big freaking deal, dude. I don't know about you guys, but detoxing the metals, chemtrails in here obviously knows about chemtrails unless he thinks they're condensation trails, which I doubt. Let's detox these freaking things, dude. Because the Illuminati, they're sitting there going, these sleeping masses, they're watching Beyonce right now while we're chemicalizing their air. Like, let's get freaking going, man. Let's get this crazy stuff out of us. So hold on a second. Mr. Denmark, shout out to Denmark. Welcome to freaking Rumble, Denmark. Shout out to George's Berries. He said he just joined, took forever, but he's verified. Shout out to, he's streaming to the Apple TV. Wow, George, I'm on your TV, man. Holy, so someone could walk by your house and look in and go, wow, who's that handsome? No, I'm just kidding. Shout out to, that's awesome, man. Am I being streamed to anyone else's TVs right now, by the way? Make sure the stream is wired so it's not wireless EMFs. Lisa said, Shane, do you know if bone broth, like beef or chicken, does anything for detoxing, or is it just for immunity? Queen Lisa, if you make beef broth or chicken broth and you put a splash of apple cider vinegar in it, they say that draws the minerals out of the bones and it's even more mineralizing. Yes, 100% to your answer. If it's good quality stuff, then 100% it supports detoxification as well. Now, here's the thing. I do full organic and spring water and meditating and fasting and everything. But, or I should say, and in addition to that, I do these superfoods. I mean, fasting is free. You can detox 100%. Though for some people, like everyone can fast and should fast 100%. I like to do that and also incorporate some of the most potent adaptogens and superfoods in the natural world. The shilajit, the ashwagandha, the Irish moss. Rachel asked if they spray chemtrails in the whole world or just North America. The entire world, Rachel. This is a worldwide plan against humanity, 100%. So that's a good question because I remember thinking, is it just here? Is it just there? And then I went to Cuba, saw chemtrails, Mexico chemtrails, Dominican chemtrails. And then people, because I'm on Instagram seeing, oh, dude, Europe gets sprayed out the yin yang. Europe gets sprayed out the yin yang. Africa gets sprayed, dude. India, I was surprised they even need to spray with the air is already, but they got to spray the nanobots, man. So anyways, it's important to be detoxing, man, 100%. Hold on a second. A bunch of people on the site. So guys, remember, put the discount code 50LIFE, 50LIFE, on the male or female stack to get the free lit powder. This is the last call. We have 2 bags left to give away. You're going to love the detoxing effects of the shilajit, which do bind to heavy metals, by the way. And interestingly, it's like a frog in boiling water, right? It's years and years of accumulation of these toxins and poisons. It's literally decades. When people start taking the stack consistently, and then all of a sudden, within a little while, they go, damn, it feels like I'm coming out of like a drug-induced state. And that is what fluoride would do to you, man. 100%. Desiree said, think about being in a glass dome with chemtrails smogging us out and a 6G microwaving us with metals inside. Desiree, come on. Are you writing like a horror novel or something? Yes, that is an unfortunate thought. But you know what, Desiree? I think the dome is a lot bigger than just the known continents, which means there's a lot more air out there. There's a lot more water. There's a lot more plants and trees. I'm sure there's way more lands out there. So I don't feel like claustrophobic about being in a dome and being sprayed. But it is annoying. Like today, there was supposed to be a good sunset, and they friggin' crisscross applesauce the skies with chemtrails, man. So I'm excited for more people to be talking about this. I'm glad RFK talked about it on, of all people, Dr. Phil's show. Are you freaking nuts, man? Shout out to Seek the Truth. I'm on his TV too. Shout out to Seek Truth, man. That's freaking awesome. Oh, dude, shout out to Dialed, who just gifted 5 subscriptions. And then Babushka, Rachel got one. She's got to come back then, dude. Rachel just got a free membership. And then Spoon Surf and Herbert got one too. Shout out to Herbert, man. Cyvamp, dude, Cyvamp, you got it, man. If you were to be super, super dialed, excessively dialed, you would take the male stack out of its capsules. But Tomcat is known, a high quality Tomcat is known to be quite bitter. So just know that. But bitter is good for you anyway. But yeah, so you already have that side, man. You would just take it out of the capsules if you want to avoid the micron of potential. Like, dude, I'm pretty sure you're still in autophagy if you have a little bit of a vegetable cellulose. RFK, Jesse, I think he's compromised now, though, dude. I don't know. Katie said also pass through to children in the womb. What, the heavy metals or what? Because yes, it does pass through the heavy metal. In fact, apparently, the first child born has more heavy metals in it than the third or second or whatever. Did you guys hear about that? Chemtrail said, are they listening to everything we say every day on our phones, even when we're in... No, no. Chemtrails, unless you're like doing something crazy, you're not being listened to. But when AI is fully implemented, you would be, whatchamacallit, it would be all tracked and listened to and then categorized. And then your digital ID, your digital blueprint of your person would be categorized as someone who is like thinking improperly. You know what I mean? They're not listening to you. Think how many people there'd be to listen to. But unless you're like a serious subject of interest or something, you know what I mean? Greenest Grass talking about Agartha. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so hold on a second, guys. This is basically the last call for the free lit powder. There's still a bunch of people on the site looking at the male and female vitality stack. If you put the stack in your cart and you apply the discount code 50LIFE, that's 50LIFE, you get the 50% off lifetime discount, which you can cancel or modify at any time. And then you're getting the $100 bag of chocolate powder included in your order automatically. In the male stack, you have the Shilajit, the Tomcat, and the Ashwagandha. And in the female stack, you have the Shilajit, the Ashwagandha, and the Irish Moss. That Ashwagandha is considered the king of herbs in India. Ours is 14 times as potent as conventional Ashwagandha that's found on Amazon. It's extremely pro-fertile. It massively boosts melatonin production, so you get 1,000 times better sleep while you're taking it. It is also a crazy endocrine system calibrator. It's also, because it has 43 clinical studies, it is shocking how many benefits there are. But really, it's brain, it's hormones, it's probably frequency. I'm sure it increases your vibrational frequency. Neil deGrasse Tyson is soy. Yeah, he is. I didn't know if he wrote that right. Yes, it is, dude, 100%. Anyway, the ashwagandha, man, king of herbs in India, restorative sleep, healthy stress response, mood and focus. It is actually, it will give you a noticeable difference, man, big time. Yes, Katie. Well, what I mean is like, I wouldn't say there's a person listening to any one of us unless you're like a diplomat or a real subject of interest, right? But I think that it's being probably like recorded, or yeah, like I said, even our keystrokes apparently are recorded. Even if you don't send the message, that it's all collected, right? And so, but yeah, the brainwave shit about reading our minds for ads, I'm pretty sure that's true. So I'm not denying, but it's just the way he said it, it made it sound like he's being listened to, like him specifically. It's like if you got a phone, yes, technically it's being collected, man, 100%. You guys never put your phone in the fridge when you wanted to have a private conversation? Why do you get emails notifications for something you didn't type in your phone, but say out loud that you don't want a specific subject and you still get them? That's interesting. That's interesting. Yeah. Herbert, well, I've had it where I swear I just thought about something, uh, and then it came up. She fought with our teacher stating her. No way, Pollux. No way. That's crazy. That's like what's his name? Um Ernst Zundel. That's kind of like him if you heard about him. Fridge, I have Faraday bags. Okay, Herbert. Herbert is on another level, man. He's got bags. Chemtrail says, "Do I listen to the news sometimes or not at all?" Well, I mean, I listen to the news to hear what bullshit they're spewing and what the angle is, but I mean, well, Denzel Washington said, if you listen to the news, you're misinformed, and if you don't listen to the news, you're uninformed. So spoon served. Well, for what it's worth, cool nostalgic globe you have there, Shane. Shout out to Spoon, man. Oh yeah, Katie, all that shit's phased out. You can't even use an old iPhone anymore right now. Not even in the slightest. Oh, for sure, dialed. We could use the data for honorable purposes, 100%. Okay, hold on. A guy called us Wiggle Bum is commenting on this. Oh no, he's commenting on a totally different video. Hold on a sec. Yeah, exactly. Strange, man. Yeah, exactly. Well, the thing with the Faraday, right, is like people talk about putting Faradays in their house or in their bedroom or whatever, but unless it's a full-blown Faraday cage, it could act like an amplifier because it's the same thing with whatchamacallit, your car, the metal box you're in kind of amplifies the frequencies and can, bounce it all around in there. So if you have a Faraday cage, let's say your house, three-quarters of it is a Faraday cage, but then one side of it's open, it can still get in and then amplify. Apparently, that's the problem you got to watch out for. But Faraday, you better off just building your house out of natural materials like hemp or something, and that blocks all the radiation anyway, or most of it. Like if you're in a hemp house and you got a Wi-Fi router, if you turn that thing on and you're even down the hall, around a corner, you're not going to get service from your Wi-Fi. Like it's not going to reach you. It blocks a ton of EMFs. Lead paint, I know, Herbert. Don't even get me started. Hey, he's an aircraft mechanic. He knows that. Well, what I was really thinking is that the military still uses lead paint. So very strange, man. Mal Gift says Australia chemtrails. Yes, those damn trails, man. We're gonna be exposing it all 100%. Yeah. No, yeah. Oh, yeah, it does. Babushka, hemp does block radiation, man. Hempcrete, even, oh, Cyvamp said wet sandbags. Gerald Polak. I have a book by Gerald Polak, but it was too scientific for me. I couldn't really even understand it. It was so far out. But listen, guys. So basically, welcome all the new people. Make sure your live notifications are turned on. Last call on the free lit powder. There's still a number of people on the site. This is a crazy deal, 50% off for life. male or female stack. We're going to extend the deal. We're going to do live tomorrow afternoon too, hopefully with Sheldon. But we're going to extend the deal for probably 20, 30 minutes. So if you're on the fence, you're on the site, you want to get that free lit, make sure you place your order with the 50% off lifetime discount code. And then the lit, you're not going to see the lit in your order form, but it's going to be packed up, included in your package while it's shipped. We'll see you guys in the next live. Thank you all for joining. We'll have a big one tomorrow. I'm going to get Sheldon dialed on this live. All right. And we have lots more to discuss as well. Okay. Thank you all for joining. We'll have a hoot tomorrow. Much love, everyone. And we'll see you on the next one.